Hi friends, we're going to do a lavender infused oil and a geranium root infused oil. These are going to be used for various things. It could be for skincare, it could be for hair. I really want to do the geranium root for skincare. Lavender is also good for so many things that hair, skin, just for the scent itself. So come along with me. I'd filled my jars up. I'm using jelly jars, and so they're a little bit halfway. I'm gonna have to probably put a little bit more into the geranium. Yeah, and I'm gonna use extra virgin olive oil on this. I use Pasano's. It is unfiltered, extra virgin, cold pressed. We're going to add this in. You can see it bubbling, but you can also see it's not all the way in. So we're going to debubble it, and then we're going to add more oil. We want all of that herb to be touched by the oil. All right, let's add more oil. You can see it still is bubbling. I'm going to put the lid on, shake it, and see if we need to add more oil. Now when I turn the jar upside down after I've shaken it, you can see there? That means we need to add more oil. Start the lavender. And we'll go through the same exact process, except I need to get more oil. And you see the bubbling? It's getting down into those air pockets. We have more oil. And if you look here, the bubbling stopped. I did not use my skewer to move it around or anything. But we're going to add more oil. We're going to go ahead and fill it all the way to the top this time. And if you remember how the geranium root acted versus this herb being the lavender, that geranium root had a little bit more powder in it, was a lot denser, whereas this is just the lavender flower. I'm going to close this up and shake it and see how it looks after shaking it. And if you look here, everything's covered. Looks like we have a little headspace. We can add just a little bit more oil. We have a pot of water with a cloth in the bottom so that the jars are not going to have direct heat on them. And we're going to heat these oils up to a low simmer. Very, very low, very, very low, not really even a simmer, to warm up those herbs and the oil so we can start the process. We have the heat on low. We have our jars in here. Luke water, room temperature water. The jars were room temperature, along with the oil and the herbs. So everything's the same temperature. You wouldn't want to put hot into cold water or the herbs at room temperature into hot water, your glass will break. So I'll wait till this gets going, and we'll let these at a low heat simmer for about 20 minutes and then take them out. So end result, I ended up doing the lavender with the olive oil, and you can see it there, and I just shook it today. I did the geranium root with olive oil, and that's the second one in the middle there. And then I did a geranium with just tea tree oil. And this will be the one that's used for the skin, the topical skin specifically. So we have tea tree and geranium in that one. So these will sit for 6 to 8 weeks, shaking regularly, and then we'll strain them. Stay healthy, friends.